you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show 'em who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I am Mr. Clark Griswold. And if you are a first timer to the channel, then welcome. I appreciate you guys being here and checking out the information. Learning the Strat with the Griswold family. With the Strat family, we learn and earn together. Okay, and if you haven't done so yet, you can hit that subscribe button down below and then click that bell. That bell gives you notifications when I send out my daily setups just like this one. I send out videos like this one, a top 5 list or a top 3 list. I send out learning tools, informational videos, motivational videos, weekly swings, monthly swings. Okay, so let's get started for the watch list for Tuesday, April 12th. And even if you don't want to use this as a watch list, it's great just to get screen time and your eyes on it. Okay, so guys, what happened with a lot of our plays from today? We gapped down. So what that means is this red bar here is where we closed the previous day on Friday. And we opened up way down here. So we gapped. There's this gap here. And it ended up getting filled. So getting filled up here. So what happened was, or is, what happens is, we end up with a lot of these two downs. So we have this is a 2 down. This is a 1. This is another 2 down. So a 2 bar, you can check my candlestick video, but a 2 down only breaks one side of the previous candle. Okay, so in this case, we broke the downside of this inside bar, but we finished green, not red. Okay, so that gives us probability that this thing is likely to be a 1-2-2 reversal, or just a reversal in general, and we're going to start going in the opposite direction. Okay, so we have a lot of those plays for the setups on Tuesday. Okay, so we're going to go through them. Rob Smith would call these 2-2 on a Tuesday. And let's hammer through them, okay? So the first one we've got on the board is Neo. Neo had a 2 down that finished green. So we're going to look for this thing to reverse back to the upside. And we're going to take calls at $20.07. And these green lines are our triggers. And all we do is take the tops of the preceding wicks, okay? Here, here, here. And then because there's a gap here, it would be the bottom of this wick, and only because it is a gap. Otherwise, we would have gone straight to the top here. Okay, I don't know if we'll get that high. Neo has some crazy runs on it, so who knows, but that's the first play we've got is Neo. Lucid also was on our list from yesterday. We went inside bar on Friday, and then we end up having an outside bar today. Okay, so if you would have been in on this play for Lucid, we opened here, and you would have made your money. We hit target 1, and I don't think we hit target 2, which was down here. Okay, but we were close. But you still could have taken profit here, and that trade would have been okay. So with this one, we've got a 1-3 setup. It's a rare pattern. It doesn't happen very often. Here's another one, and you can see what happens, okay? We break down for 2 straight days. So we can take the break of the high or the low of this outside bar. So we can take calls at 22.66 or puts at 21.11 on Lucid. Disney, we had a inside bar, and again, we had a gap here. We opened up here and came back up. So we have a 2 down that finished green. We do have a shooter, so shooters are a bearish pattern, but we're going to look for this thing to trend upwards based on it being a 2 down green. Okay, and we can look for calls at 132.43, the green lines being our targets. Okay, American Airlines is up next. American Airlines has another. It's a 1-3 setup, so we can look for, move this down, we can look for calls at 17.23, puts at 16.42 on this setup, okay? Airbnb had a 2 down that finished green. Let's look for calls at 163.53. Guys, if you think the videos are good and they're helping you out, please give me a thumbs up. And again, you can subscribe down below. You can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. And if you think the videos suck, then by all means, give me a thumbs down. But let me know why, so I can make the videos better for you guys, okay? AFRM, another 1-3 setup. So we're looking for calls on this one at 39.58. Puts at 35.66. Comcast, ticker symbol CMCSA, had a, this is a big wick, big shooter candle here. We have a 2 up that finished red, so we're going to look for puts on this one at $47.54. DocuSign, 2 down, green. Okay, so we're going to look for a 1. This is an inside bar, so a 1, 2 down, 2 up reversal. That's what we're looking for on DocuSign. So we can take calls at 102.99. PFE is Pfizer. Pfizer has a big outside bar. We can look for calls at 56.32, puts at 53.76. I will tell you, and I went through this yesterday with you guys on a few of the plays. If I scan out here, you can see we're tagging the top of this broadening formation. And it's 1. It's maybe almost there too. 1, 2, 3. This one breaks through and then comes back down. So in my mind, my probability is telling me, especially based on the day and the week being red, that this thing is going to continue down further tomorrow. Okay, so watch Pfizer with the exhaustion risk hitting the top of this broadening formation. Okay, that's on Pfizer. Pinterest, PINS, has a 2 down that finished green. So again, we just went through this play a couple ones back on DocuSign, I believe. It's a 1, 2 down, 2 up reversal is what we're looking for. We can take calls at 23.80. And Rob Smith, the creator of the Strat, you can give him he's the godfather of the Strat, realistically, guys. He would call these, he basically calls us 2-2 on a Tuesday, okay? So Tuesdays tend to have a lot of reversal setups on them. Again, Palantir, PLTR, another one. 1-2-2 reversal is what we're looking for. We can take calls at 12.81. And again, if you don't know what the candlestick numbers are, guys, go check out my candlestick video that I've got. I'm sure I had it show up on the top right here at some point. You can also put in this indicator. You can type in candle type the Strat by Crinklebein, and that'll give you the numbers on the candles to help you follow along, okay? Rblx is Roblox. Again, 1-2-2 reversal is what we're looking for here. Calls at 44.76. SOFI is SoFi. 1-2-2 reversal is what we're looking for again. Calls at 7.93. And again, I said there was a ton of these. Almost all of our plays are this setup because there were so many inside bars on Friday and there were so many gap and fills today. We end up with these 1-2-2 reversal setups, okay? So on Square SQ, we're looking at a 1-2-2 reversal back up, and we can take calls at 125.78. Uber, again, 1-3 pattern, and we can take calls. I'm going to move this up just a tad. We can take calls at 32.69, puts at 31.12 on this one. Day in the week are green. XEL, okay, guys, this is another one that I talked to you guys about yesterday. With the broadening formations. So we didn't really have a setup here per se, but tag the top, tag the top, tag the top. And again, we just barely tagged the top again and we started to come back down. So again, we are in exhaustion risk here on XEL. We have an outside bar. I'm not even going to play this to the upside because XEL is at all-time highs at this point, okay? And you can see what happened. Here's what happened, guys. We broke this previous high, and people were, yep, we're in, we're going long. It tags the top of the broadening formation or pretty dang close to it. Like, we're talking, what are we at here? High of 75.52. The broadening formation's at 75.56. So we're 4 cents away, or, 3 cents away, whatever you want to call it. And it reverses on these guys and comes back down. So anybody who went in on this long at this trigger, thinking, man, we're running its new all-time highs, stopped out. Okay, and it reversed on them. So let's look for this to trend down tomorrow. We can take puts on this one at $74.15. BABA is Alibaba. Again, 1-2-2 reversal is what we're looking for on this one. I'm going to move this up just a hair. And we can take calls at 103.85 on BABA. PayPal, same thing. 1-2-2 reversal. Calls 111.35. CCL, outside bar, so we can look for calls at 1902, puts at 17.99. And if you guys are still hanging with me, when I get in on these plays, so let's say I get in on Carnival Cruise Lines here, and we break through this trigger for calls, okay? I'm taking $19.50 or $20 strike prices, and I'm taking the next closest expiry. Now, that's how I do it all the time, unless I'm doing swing trades, okay? The longer the expiry date, the less profit you will get, but also the less you'll lose if it turns against you, okay? But I'm comfortable playing with the closest expiries. You guys play them how you'd like. But that's how I do it. I get just outside the money, and I take the closest strike price, okay? And make sure, for myself, I like to see that bid-ask really, really tight, like pennies, 5% or less between the bid and the ask, okay? DraftKings, we've got an outside bar. We can take calls at 17.36, puts at 15.91. Whoops, sorry guys. Monster Energy, one of our only inside bar plays of the day. We barely broke through last week. This is a last week weekly, I believe. Okay, so last week's weekly is an inside bar, okay? There we go. So if we go back to the day, the pink lines are our weekly swing play. And we haven't broken through either one yet. We've come close. We came close here to breaking through. So on this inside bar on the daily, we're looking for calls at 83.08, puts at 81.12. If we trend up through here, if we trend up through here, we're going to break through this weekly trigger, okay, for swing plays on Monster. So look for that one tomorrow as well. But again, make sure you watch the bid and the ask, because Monster spreads are sometimes far apart. Okay, Procter Gamble has an outside bar. We can take calls at 161.24, puts at 158.55. And I would say you might want to look for a risk of exhaustion on Procter & Gamble with this high here. But we'll play both sides, okay? So if we break to the high side, we're in it. If we break to the low side, we are in it, okay? Plug Power, PLUG, has a 2 down that finished green. So this would be a 2-2-2 reversal on a Tuesday, okay? That's what we're looking for. We had a 2 down followed by another 2 down that finished green, and we're going to look for this reverse back to the upside. Calls at 26.85. And that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, again, please give me a thumbs up. If you find the information helpful and you want more videos just like this one, you can subscribe down below. Hit that bell like I said previously. And make sure you follow me on Twitter. You can comment down below. You can ask me questions. Ask me questions on Twitter. You can comment on Twitter. DM me on Twitter. I get back to you guys usually within the same day. I'm here to help you guys out. So good luck trading tomorrow, guys. I hope you did great today, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.